After the latest news that Tower of Fantasy undergoing a change publishers, Chinese players became even more enraged with the game decisions, many flooding the game with 1-star ratings. So how did it all start? 3 days ago, on the official Bilibili account of Tower of Fantasy, an announcement was made stating that the CN version would be undergoing censorship on many character skins, with compensations. In the article, it said, "We would like to thank the licensors for their love for every character in Tower of Fantasy. We are very happy that everyone enjoys these characters. We would also like to thank the licensors for using the fashion function to create a variety of looks, making Ada Star more colorful. However, we regret to inform you that we will be adjusting some art resources in the near future. We deeply apologize for the inconvenience caused by this adjustment. We will send a set of avatars, avatar frames, and chat bubbles via email at 5 o'clock on March 6th, 2025, to all licensors who have created their characters and are above level 18 before this date. Please claim them before 4:59 on April 5th, 2025. They also added, on April 17th, 2025, we will issue compensation to the following licensees who already own any of the adjusted licensee fashions, Mimicry Couture, who meet the following conditions. The licensee can choose any of the adjusted fashions, Mimicry Couture, or new licensee fashions as compensation on the benefits page. After April 17th, 2025, if the licensee has obtained any of the adjusted fashions or Mimicry Couture and has not yet received compensation, they can still claim it at any time." The post also listed the skins whose outfits were affected by the censorship. In the comments, many CN players expressed disappointment that the game did not provide proper compensation for those who had already spent money on the skins. CN players began review bombing the game's page on Bilibili with low-star ratings. One player commented, "Censoring 16 costumes at once is insane. There's no refund or proper compensation. They just tried to bribe players with a cheap avatar frame and a costume. This game feels completely hopeless." Others compared the situation to Wuthering Waves, pointing out that WUA offered full refunds for its censored content, while TOF only provided minor compensation. This sparked discussions among English-speaking players as well. A Reddit user wrote, "That's why I avoid all Chinese games. Fan service at the start, censored later." Another user added, "Remember people, if you want to play a Gooner game, don't play Chinese games. It's just a matter of time until this happens. No one can do anything about CCP shenanigans. Go play Japanese or Korean games instead." Despite widespread belief that the censorship was government mandated, a user on Bilibili debunked this with a video where they personally asked the government about the censorship. Later, in the comments, the OP added, "I went to the relevant departments in Suzhou to ask, and they replied that the operation and license of Tower of Fantasy are in Beijing. Then the Beijing Government Service Center responded by phone. This censorship was their own decision. If there are other departments requiring them to censor the game, they should come forward and prove it." However, a user on Reddit made a speculation. When Genshin was censored back in 2.4, the original post by MyHoYo mentioned that it was done to comply with current government regulations. Soon after, the post was edited to remove that line. You can see some translations of the announcement in this comment, back when it was first posted. Those translations were done right as the post was made, and therefore includes the removed sentences. The first blaming regulations, and the second, where MiHoYo expresses the situation, is out of their control. What I'm saying is the government clearly doesn't like to take the blame in these situations, even if they are at fault. So, what do you think about all of this? Is the backlash justified, or is it being blown out of proportion? Do you think Tower of Fantasy is truly at fault here? Share your thoughts in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next news update.